So today we want to share with you, slightly different angles. So these two ladies have been with us for only a couple of months, and they have been building their coaching businesses. And we want to share with you because we know there is a lot of you right now watching and you feel it's right. And maybe, you're scared because your paradigm is like on and off. Should I not? What if it doesn't work? Oh my God. So we're hoping that we will help you make that decision and jump through the hoops and actually just commit yourself to your goal because you deserve it. And that's why we want to show you a little glimpse of what is possible even after a couple of months of thinking into results. So first of all, I want to say massive thank you to Letty and Cassandra for taking time out. Our lovely Cassandra is in the middle of some training and she's here to change lives. So thank you so much for doing this for us.
Oh,
thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
And what I love about you ladies is that you also are accountability partners. So we might
love it.
And you didn't know each other before TIR, did you?
No.
Love it. All right, so let's start maybe a little bit about what you do, where you live, just a little bit about for those that don't know you. Hold on. The Zoom has been playing with us, but we are back.
There she is. Okay. That's because there's a good message that's supposed to come out.
Yeah, somebody needs to hear it.
What it is, yes. So let's just start maybe with a few words about you ladies. Where just share a few words about you. Letty, you want to go first?
Sure. Okay, so I am a life success coach. Woohoo! And it took me a little while to launch that. So I'll tell more about that later on as we go in. But I actually live in Florida and Tavares, which most people don't know where it's at. So it's near Orlando. That's the only thing I know how to say. It's near Orlando because everybody knows Orlando. And what was your other question? You said where we're at, what do we do?
Yeah, just like few words about you, do you have family? Are you single? Okay. Looking for love?
Yep. Looking for love? No, I have my love. I am married and together we have a blended family. So I have 3 children of my own and 3 wonderful bonus girls, plus the extended, because now a lot of them are getting married and 2 grandbabies. And so we have a full house. We are a full on Brady bunch.
You are busy. I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah. I'm learning something new about you ladies today. I love that. And Cassandra, you want to share a couple of words about you?
Yeah, sure. So I also live in Florida near Orlando.
And you met in TIR. How freaking cool is this?
I was like, that's not a coincidence. We were meant to meet. No. Yeah. And I'm a personal growth strategist, and I am a wife, a boy mom. I have a bonus son, and my son is 17 and a senior in high school. My bonus son is 15 and a sophomore in high school. So I'm surrounded by men.
I love that. And by the way, ladies, you look like 20. Where do you get
thank you. We love you.
Where do you get all these children at this age? Like, oh my God, like that's crazy. Anyway, okay, let's get back to business. We're here to inspire. Like, this is so inspiring, I didn't even know half of what you're talking about and how beautifully you actually connected through this. This is so cool.
Awesome.
So let's start maybe with like, what were your results with your businesses, with everything you're doing before thinking into results, and what actually made you decide to invest in yourself? So who wants to start?
I'll go ahead.
Go for it.
I realized I was battling with a lot of self-sabotage and limiting beliefs around taking my coaching business to the next level. I worked full-time and always was employed and always had this dream of being a full-time entrepreneur, but was still struggling with, can I really do this? Is this meant for me? And so there was a lot of inconsistencies in my business. Like sometimes I get clients, sometimes I don't. And I also had tried to launch a group coaching program a couple of times, and I got one person to register each time. And so I was starting to feel like a failure, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. And I just was really starting to be really hard on myself. And when I came to the masterclass that you hosted, I knew that everything you were saying, I was like, oh my gosh, I need this. And I was petrified of the investment because it's the biggest investment I had ever made into my business and into myself. Although I had been investing into myself all along, I had been kind of nickel and diming my way into trying to get all the information. But I just knew that this was what I needed. And so, you know, it was scary because then I had to talk to my husband and ask for his support. And that like scared the crap out of me because I was like, he's going to think I'm nuts. He's going to call me crazy. And he did quite the opposite. You know, he just wanted to know, like, do I really believe this is going to help me in my business? And he supported me. He helped me with the investment. And I feel like it even helped our relationship because I was able to communicate in a different way with him and get his support. And I was like, oh man, he really does support me. Like he believes in me. Wow. And so it just helped my belief to grow and increase. And I've only been in this for a couple of months, but I relaunched a group coaching program and did like 6 times better than I did before. And I think I put it together like that and promoted it in 2 weeks and I had people signing up and I was like, oh my gosh, something has shifted in me. I was like, it's happening.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. It was 2 weeks and you did 6 times better than before. That is freaking cool.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Love that.
So lots of mindset shifts.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're going to talk about it in a while because you know what? Today I came up with a special bonus. I'm going to do a first session, like a workshop on teaching people how to program the results they want. So what we're going to do is like, I will teach them exactly like you, Casandra. You were learning how to program your mind for specific number of people participating in your workshop, even though you didn't believe anybody will take on the workshop, right? And so we actually have a special bonus for those that join us today. They will have a kickstart, fast track into paradigm shifting within 1 week from joining. They will receive a special workshop on how to program the sales and everything they want. So I'm truly excited. But Casandra, we kind of went into your breakthroughs already.
I just went right in.
Yeah, you know, okay, let's go to Letty and then I'm going to come back to you. But
okay.
We're Monday evening, you know, we're just like going with the flow. So Letty, tell us a little bit about where you were at with your results and what made you invest in thinking into results.
You know, it's kind of funny because Casandra and I just met with TIR, but I feel like our stories are so aligned and every single time we get together, it's just like, me too. So basically her story is my story. No, I'm just kidding.
I love it. I love it.
Honestly, my thing was before this, I used to start and stop so many things. And I just kept trying to, you know, engage in different, you know, following different entrepreneurs, just so many self-help books and so many programs that really just were not, for some reason, it just did not click in my head. And so I got into this place where I just kind of started settling, just really from a money standpoint, because during the 6-figure entrepreneur, when we went into your class, your mastermind, I just remember when you were talking about the paradigms that we have as it relates to money, how I felt like I was getting my butt whooped. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so me. It's so me because I had a life filled with so many money paradigms that I settled into a career where I was building somebody else's business and building up their financials instead of doing my own. And so when I did the masterclass, I was like, okay, enough is enough. Like, I just want to build somebody, like, I want to build my own instead of somebody else's dreams. I want my dreams to come out and come into fruition. So that was the first thing that I was like, yes, I'm going to do this because I want to build my own dream. I'm tired of building somebody else's success. I really just wanted it for myself. But I really did have a little bit of a mindset as it related to money because we've always struggled a little bit with that, right? Like, everybody's on a tight budget. And I'm sure a lot of you can understand this. It's like, especially when you're working full time and you're kind of living paycheck to paycheck or whatever. And, you know, life happens. It comes at you fast, like that commercial. It comes at you fast. But there was one thing that you said, Eva, during that masterclass that really just kind of launched me into full gear. And that was that successful people always just make a decision. They go by their intuition, they go by their emotion, and they just take that leap of faith. And so when you said that, I was like, yes, that is me. I'm going to launch this and I'm going to go by that leap of faith because I didn't need to know the how, right? That is something. And I don't know if you've talked about all of that, but if you haven't, you guys sign up, learn about not dealing with the how because it will come. And once I was able to kind of get out of that mindset of just wondering how it was going to happen, how I was going to get the money, how I was going to launch my business, how, and really just got into the mindset of, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take this leap of faith and just trust that it's going to happen. And when I did, I'll tell you what, that was the best decision of my life because not only is it helping me as it relates to my business, because now I have finally, okay, and I'm not going to go through the breakthrough yet because I know I was going to get there, but I have been able to launch my coaching business, which I honestly have been wanting to do for like years. And so I finally launched my coaching business, which is exciting. But on top of that, my self-image has really made when I say a 360-degree turnaround, I mean, the way that I walk is different. The way that I talk is different. The way that I interact is different. The way that I communicate is different. Just everything about me has changed where I live in like this bold, very confident, I just cannot explain it. When I say, and it's only been 2 months, right? November, December. Yeah, because we're going to February. Okay, so it's 3 months, but still, I can tell you for a fact, 100%. And I know that Casandra would agree with me. Changes begin to happen, I would tell you probably within the first couple of weeks where you will start sensing it. And let me also say this, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna like take up the whole time, but it's hard work, yes. Everything that is good and worthy, and I think that Eva said this in a different thing earlier, it's on the other side of fear. And if you can get past that other side of fear, there is so much beauty and so much growth and so much greatness that happens that I'm like totally different. So man, if you're on the fence, do it.
That's it. Drop the mic. You're so good. I should invite you more often. Both of you. All right. So listen, there's something that I want to underline, Letty, what you said earlier today. If you guys haven't caught that bonus session at 1 p.m., you need to catch that because I think I was in the best vibration I've ever been. And I've shared the secrets of how I program my mind for consistent and predictable sales, income, attracting the right potential clients, ideal clients, attracting the right staff. It was just phenomenal. But I also shared the decision. So Letty, what you just shared, I probably didn't talk about the how enough. So we were talking about the frequencies, that here is the frequency of thought of your present results, and here is the frequency of thought of your goal, right? So let's say right now you're in corporate world, making money for someone else, making corporate salary, and here is your own coaching business thriving 10K months or more, right? And the thing is this, we try to make decisions from where we are, with the money we have, with the time we have, and the decision is on a different thought frequency, so we don't see the how. And it's only the minute we make that committed decision, I'm doing it, I'm stepping into that frequency, when you receive idea how to make this happen. So you actually, Casandra, that was such a beautiful share. Your relationship has changed. You actually have learned that your husband supports you. Come on. That is like freaking priceless.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like the minute you make that committed decision, because this is who you are, this is what you feel is going to get you there, that's when the idea comes. So for me, it was, I went to 3 different banks to get a loan, and I needed to get over my old belief that you don't take loans because when you take loans, there's something wrong financially in your life, right? So my ego was hurt. But I was like, no, I want this. And I was willing to do what it takes, even take my old perceptions away from me. So decision is crucial, right? I mean, you don't need to know how you're going to figure out the money, the time, everything. You just need to make a decision coming from, this is where I want to be. And I feel Eva and thinking into results, and the team can help me. That's all that counts, right? All right, so let's share some results. I feel like we shared some, but is there anything specific that you want to add on? And you've touched on self-image, I think both of you, Casandra as well. Let's share a little bit more on results. Whatever you feel like is most impactful that has happened to your business and your personal life. So who wants to go first?
I think for me, it was really like building that belief in myself. I think I realized I did not believe in myself, that I could get to the level I want to get to. I think I was like, oh, well, sure, I can do this part-time, but the level I aspire to get to, I was struggling with believing that I could actually get there. And TIR has helped me to believe like, yes, you can get there. And that's what's helped me to be in consistent action and to really work on my mindset. You know, I didn't even realize how many things were still holding me back with my mindset. And it's really opened my eyes to see that and actually give me the tools to work on it and to elevate my way of thinking and to be more aware. It's raised my level of awareness. I can see things better and more clearly. I correct myself quicker, sooner, faster, instead of letting things linger on and on and on and on. And then before I know it, all this time has passed. I'm catching it sooner so I can correct myself. And and then that shows up in my business, you know, the way I'm showing up online. I've been doing more lives than ever, doing just being more visible online. You know, I would kind of go live, then I wouldn't. I kind of do something, then I wouldn't. And I'm being more consistent in that area. And so that's helping me with growing my business and my personal life too. You know, like I said, my relationship, I'm able to communicate differently with my partner and think just with a different perspective. You know, it's helping me to see things differently. It helps us to interact better because, you know, for a while, I didn't know, I knew my husband believed in me and I knew that he supported me, but this kind of took it to the next level where I was like, oh, he really, really believes in me.
Actually shows it. You don't
yes.
just shows it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just, it made me fall in love with him all over again. I was like, oh my gosh, he really, I was like, he does love me.
Cassandra, I remember one of our conversations, which was really life transforming. I think your confidence has exploded. Like you're a different Cassandra. I mean, you had some sort of anxiety stuff. Like I remember.
Yeah, I was having severe panic attacks. I still battle with anxiety here and there, but I feel like I can be more aware now. Instead, I would just fall down the rabbit hole with it. But now I'm like, okay, what's going on? What am I thinking about? And like do some of the tools that you teach in TIR to process it and work through it instead of letting things linger on and on and on and on, which is what I used to do. I would let things linger on and on and on, and then it would turn into this big snowball of a thing.
And then your business would go down because that state of mind repels business.
Yes.
And the one thing that actually I remember from our conversations is you became open to hearing your clients. It was a breakthrough. Remember the breakthrough with you actually 6 times increasing your previous results?
Yeah. I did like a survey asking them like, what did they need from me? And then that's when they told me, and then I hurry up and created a program and it sold.
Right? But how cool is this, right? Sometimes we just jump into conclusions and we think we know, but I feel like you becoming more confident and out there, you connected much more on a heart-to-heart level with your clients. And now you're serving them with what they needed and wanted from you. And that's why things are rolling. That's
Absolutely.
Love it. Letty, your turn. What are your biggest successes?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So my story is a little bit different because I do still work full time. So maybe I can speak into those of you who are working full time and are not sure if this is like a good fit for you. While it is, I don't even like to use the word challenge. While it is just something that you have to balance, right, between the full-time job and now leaping into your goal, it is so worth it because I have learned a lot about time management, which by the way, even if I wasn't doing TIR, I still needed to learn a little bit anyway. So that was good. But honestly, without this, I would not have launched my life coaching business at all. I still would have really been stuck under that paradigm that maybe I was not capable of doing it because unfortunately I sold my soul to that whole, I'm not qualified, I'm not good enough, I don't have the expertise other people have. And I got to tell you, even in the beginning, Cassandra and I are accountability partners and she's further along in her coaching business. And it took me a lot, and I've shared this with her, where you know, you do the comparison games where it's like, oh, well, Cassandra's doing this and she's doing this. And I had to take a few steps back and say, hold up. It's okay that she's doing that because she's further along, and I have to meet myself where I'm at here and move forward. And this has really just shifted my whole mindset, honestly. And I know that it's so easy to kind of get wrapped around, like so many people share about mindset and they're like, oh, okay, well, everybody talks about mindset or whatever. Well, let me tell you something. What I have learned through TIR as it relates to mindset and emotions has really absolutely transformed me, because where I was, and okay, for all of you women out there, we are all emotional beings. That's how God created us for some reason. So we are super emotional people. And it really did control a lot of my decisions. It controlled a lot of the way that I reacted to things. It just controlled me. And through TIR, I have really been able to, you know, respond to things versus reacting to things now, to where now, instead of my emotions controlling me, I am able to control them enough to be able to say, okay, this is not right. I need to shift my mindset and think a little bit more clearly so that I can handle this properly. And that has really, really, really helped. Like Casandra said, it's helped my relationship. And, you know, there in the beginning, when we were going through all of this, let me say, it will completely challenge yourself, because this does raise an awareness of all of those things that you've been holding in for so long, that just comes out and it's just like, whoa! And all of a sudden you have no idea what the heck you're supposed to do with all that. And it was a little chaotic in my mind and my heart for a little bit. But on the flip side of that, it has really, really helped my relationship as well. It has also helped my relationship with family, with friends, with my business. Even in my full-time job, okay, my goal is to get out of that full-time job and to do my own. I want to build my own dream. But I'll tell you what, even with my full-time job, it has really helped me walk into my places, because I've been in sales for over close to 30 years, if not more. So it has really helped me walk in with a sense of confidence and just like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I can do this. And just, it's a whole different feeling. So I would say the biggest thing for me has been the takeaway of, I'm capable. I know what I'm doing. I am qualified. I can make this happen, and it's going to happen, right? It's not even it can. I am doing this. I am a coach. I am going to kick butt. I'm going to keep it censored, but at doing this job. And it's just been amazing. It's just been amazing. I don't even know what else to say.
Tell us about the value of having your accountability partner.
Oh man.
Oh.
It's like a godsend.
We're like, what do we say? Do we have like an hour to talk about accountability?
I know. It's so funny, because I remember doing the master class, and Letty put in there, when you said shout out where you're from, and she said Orlando, and I think I said something back like, oh, I'm in Claremont. And we connected like before you even offered TIR. Like we had already started like chit-chatting.
It was right before the mastermind.
Yeah.
Right?
And then and then when you like went on to do TR, and then we realized we both signed up, and then you guys paired us together and didn't even realize we had already we had like exchanged numbers and everything already.
Aga sent us a Facebook Messenger, and we were like, oh, that's great that we're accountability partners, because we're meeting next week.
I love this. How do you support each other? How important it is to actually have accountability in your life?
It's really, it's something I've always followed in my life. And so I feel like it's like something I know I need, you know, because we'll check in with each other and say like, did you do your worksheets? Have you listened? We like, did you listen to Bob today? We'll even share what we're struggling with or our wins, and we can encourage each other. It's just, it lets me know personally I'm not alone, and that I have support, and that there's someone there who is, you know, it's kind of like that person and right there knowing like somebody is low key expecting me to do this. So I cannot not do this. I have to show up and do this.
Love it.
That's true. And I'll take it a step further. And for those of you who don't know, you will be learning about this when you sign up. The as if calls, because we have done that, took our accountability to a whole new level. And I know Casandra would agree, because then it's, It's not just about then just accountability about what we're doing in the present as far as the worksheets and everything, which that has been phenomenal. Because there's times that, we'll bounce ideas off of each other because we all have different perceptions on how we see things and read things and everything. So there's been times that I may read it a certain way and then Casandra reads it a different way. And she's like, oh, well, I took it this way. And I'm like, oh, crap, I didn't even think about that. Sorry. I know crap is actually a bad word in some countries. So sorry, but so it's different perceptions, right? So I appreciate having that accountability because it's a different perspective, just like being in a group of people, you have different ways of thinking. So I like feeding off of other people's way of thinking.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about the as-if calls. What are they?
Say that again.
The as-if calls.
Oh man, it's like, at first it was kind of funny because we were like, oh man, like who's gonna go first?
We called each other and she's like, do we go? I'm like, yeah, let's just go. Just go for it. Just go for it.
And now it's like,
what they are, the audience has no clue.
Well, so acting as if calls are where you talk as if you are in your moment of like everything has happened, you've gotten the results, and you're celebrating it. And so I'll get on the call and say like, oh, we've just closed on our house and I have 25 new clients in my program and I just hit my 10K, like I'm saying all these things.
And I'm going,
like, and it feels real. And then your mind starts to get into it. Like you start seeing it in your mind and it's like increasing my visualization abilities.
It's your ideas as well.
Yeah.
How does that, like, I want to ask you about the value of community, the value of having each other, having me, having the participants, the mastermind, having like-minded community. How does that help you actually go for your goals?
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go after you.
There's no way I could, like, as someone who I'm currently doing this is all I do right now. There's no way I could do this by myself. Like, I'm so used to having people around me all that time from working a 9-to-5. Like, this is kind of almost like creating your own version of a 9-to-5, but you're doing it with the people you want to be around.
and drama free. Let me just say that too, because 9-to-5, that like, it's like 9-to-5 equals drama, but there's no drama here because you're around like-minded people who have the same mission, the same goals in mind. So for me, the accountability has been kind of the same. It's a great thing for me to have because number one, I have signed up for things before where you try to do it on your own. And let me tell you, I will pay this over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because of what comes out of it, because you are put into a group of people that are all right there with you. And then when you have an accountability partner and oh my gosh, then having even Eva, just Eva alone, just enough for Eva. Seriously.
I said, she's not getting rid of me. I'm trying to figure out how I can stay for life.
If I had a little Eva I could put in my back pocket, I totally would. And then I'd pull her out and be like, Eva, what would you do?
And you know what? The more you listen, I've had clients who said they literally, whenever they think of something, they see me with my red nails screaming at them, don't think like this, think like this. And they're like, shifting. It's so funny.
That's so funny.
I stick in your mind eventually. I love it. All right, ladies, a couple of final questions. I know, Casandra, you need to run in a minute. So the decision-making moment, there's a lot of women and men out there right now, literally shaking their pants and like, I feel it. She can help me. Oh my God, she's got this great bonus today. I want to program the sales. I want to program this, but they're still not making the decision. Tell me a little bit about the moment when you made the decision. What was your mind saying? How did you get over it? And how did you make it happen?
Do you want to
go, Casandra? Go ahead, Casandra. I'll follow you.
I call it the monkey brain. The monkey brain was going for sure. But I have learned in my journey that when I feel that level of fear, I know that means I'm supposed to take action. And so I've learned that much on my journey that, okay, if I feel this fear, that means I'm supposed to take action. And so I knew that deep within, like, I need to do this, and that the fear coming up is just the thoughts telling me, trying to talk me out of it. And so, you know, I just did it. Like, I just clicked the like, once I click the button, it's over, it's done.
I'm gonna do that with people right now.
I'm like, just click the button.
Love it. And Letty, tell us about your experience.
Oh gosh. Okay. So for me, this was like a gambling thing, right? Like if you're into gambling, it's a gamble unless, because you always think of what, is this really going to work? And I'm telling you right now, it's going to work. But if you are on the fence and you don't know, because clearly the only thing we can do is share stories with you. And then the rest of it, that step is yours to take. But I can tell you that when I was faced with that decision, even though I was scared so much, mainly it wasn't because I was questioning the material, because I knew from the masterclass that Eva was who I wanted to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just more from a money standpoint of, can I do this? Because we are so financially strapped. And like Casandra said, I had to go to my husband and be like, oh, am I going to tell him that I need to spend this amount of money?
Yeah.
But what's really cool is that he had the same reaction. He's like, you know what? Investing in us, investing in our businesses, that's important. So let's just do it. And so I did. I just took that leap of faith of just knowing that, you know what, once again, it's not about how we're going to get the money to do it. That's going to come. And I know darn well that Eva's going to teach me how to make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was not, once I hit the button, and I will say this too, because like I was a little bit scared in the beginning and I went ahead and took the leap of faith. And then after I even pressed the button, I was like, holy cow, what did I just do? What did I do? And it took me a little bit of time to settle my emotions, because that was pre-TIR. Now, mind you, if I press the button now, my emotions would be a little bit better. But back then, my emotions were still all over the place. So I literally like had a freak out moment. And, but I'll tell you what, it was the best decision ever. It was just take the leap of faith is what I would tell people. If you are on the fence, but you are feeling, put it Eva's way. If you feel like you're supposed to work with Eva, you need to work with Eva, and you just need to press the button and go. Like, don't pass jail. Don't just go straight to the go. Just go to the start.
Oh, good. Isn't she? Both of you. All right. No, seriously, this is the way you speak it is just so from the heart, and it's so true. You know, I was scared less. And I still went for it because the feeling inside was, this will change my life.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how. I just made a decision and everything just came together. All right, ladies, final question, because today we have special bonus where I will give people literally paradigm shift on steroids. So they will have a special workshop with me within first week of starting, where I will teach them how to program the desired results of what sales they want to make per week, what type of clients they want to attract, how many people they want in their program, how many guests they want to have in their events, what type of people they want to attract as in terms of recruitment. What do you think is the value of that? Like actually the programming of your mind for the results you want, no matter what the results you have. What would you say about that?
Oh my gosh. I would say that if I could resign right now, just for that alone, I would totally do it.
Because I mean, that in itself is that's going to make you your money back, just that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that part right there really is like the key to everything else. Like once you have that, especially if it's like that on steroids, I feel like everything else is just going to fall into place so beautifully that it's just, it's worth it. I would totally do.
Yeah, you would resign.
Totally, I would resign.
I love this so much. Yeah. So listen, guys, if you're watching this and if you're thinking about it, just do it. I mean, seriously, there's nothing else that we can say. We are just incentivizing you by giving you another like world-class bonus that, you know, some of you may be thinking, you know, you may have a business coach and so on. A business coach is just going to show you strategies and it's great. But if you cannot program your mind for the sales you want, the type of customers you want, the number of people you want in your program, or the type of recruitment you want to make, no amount of strategies is going to make you successful. You need to reprogram your mind for the results you want, for the money you want, for the sales you want.
Absolutely.
So if you feel that I can help you, and just look me deep in the eye and just answer yourself, do you feel I can help you? If the answer is yes, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. There's nothing under the sun that can stop you. And if you make a decision today and you click that button, let's see, click that button.
Press go, press go.
There is going to be a huge shift in your life, because immediately after you make a decision, you step onto the frequency of your goal. And frequently our clients are reporting, I got this tax refund. I just recruited four new runners in my network marketing business. I just got this money. I just had these ideas. It's just like you're stepping into your goal right here, right now, and you're speeding up. So don't wait. We have this special bonus where you will receive a workshop with me to just skyrocket your results immediately, to program your mind. And it's only if you register today. So don't hesitate. If you can feel it, just click that button. And girls, do you have any final words?
I just say go for it.
Yeah, there you go.
And when you sign up, make sure you send us a message so we know you're in, so we can cheer you on.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate your time. And Casandra, my goodness, you know, tell them me that we took you away from that meeting, and can't wait to watch you grow more and more and more. And we're going to have you again in this for sure. This was so entertaining. I love it. Take care, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.